Hello guys, and welcome back to Way of the Hunter. For some reason my previous recording got interrupted at exactly around this area. Luckily I noticed that it stopped by itself. I don't understand why. But anyway, I caught it in time, and now it's gonna be the next episode, I suppose. Because I'm not doing any video editing, I'm just uploading it as I record it. It's too much work for me, and besides I don't have the knowledge to use the video editing softwares. I could learn it, but that would require time and investment, and it's something that I plan to do in the future, just not for the moment. So we were heading back to base. We decided to take a detour around this area, and we are very close to the base. And to check on our friendly NPC if he's still around, and if he still has any other tasks for us. Alright, here we are again. I think he's back inside. Maybe he has some final words to tell us. Or let's find out. I have no idea what to expect. Now let me check the video settings before I continue to make sure that everything is okay. Alright. Yeah, looks fine. A better world for the animals.
You did it. Now I can finally pack my bags.
Oh no.
It's kind of embarrassing, but I suppose you deserve to know. My evaluation said that I was doing well in some areas, but that other areas require a different personality type, as Angel put it.
What personality type?
Someone who gets on well with other people, or at least tolerates them.
I can fake it for the job.
Then you possess qualities I don't. As a parting gift, I'll give you the lowdown on some of the locals. Juniper Crane. You're supposed to get her to join Hearth and Hunt. But she's like me. She doesn't like people or talking. But she loves dogs. So talk to her about them. Patrick Harper, on the other hand, now he's a talker. Small talker, big talker, walkie talker. Unlike his wife, Regina, who
Walkie-talker.
doesn't suffer fools gladly. Listen to what she has to say, and don't be rude or dismissive about her dreams, like I was. My evaluation said that I was doing well in some areas, but that other areas require a different personality type, as Angel put it.
Why did you leave Lynn to Koto Reserve?
Well, Hearth and Hunt is a great company. I've always liked their guiding principles. I was actually recruited by the founder herself, Genevieve Hearth, years ago. She's passionate about preserving nature, connecting other hunters, and creating this sort of mushroom-like underground network. But maybe Angel's right. It's time for me to move on to a new reserve. My evaluation said that I was doing well in some areas. As a parting gift, I'll give you the lowdown on some of the locals. Juniper Crane. You're supposed to get her to join Hearth and Hunt. But she's like me. She doesn't like people or talking. But she loves dogs, so talk to her about them. Patrick Harper, on the other hand, now he's a talker. Small talker, big talker, walkie talker. Unlike his wife, Regina, who doesn't suffer fools gladly. Listen to what she has to say, and don't be rude or dismissive about her dreams, like I was. My evaluation said that I was doing... best of luck to you as well.
Good luck, Mikael. Or Michael. Whatever your name version is. I guess we are done with him. Let's see. But he's still there. Let's try to sleep and see if he's still going to be there. Can we talk with him again? Yes, we can. I don't think I understand the concept of meat damage. Can you explain it again? How do I find out which animal has which tier? I don't see any wood bison herd highlighted on my hunting map. No more questions. I think I got the bases covered. Alright, so will he stick around? Oh, that's right, we have proximity. Now we can actually sleep without actually going to the bed. Nine, let's say 8:59 next day. Wait, what the hell happened? Am I still recording? Looks like the screen froze for quite a while. Yeah, looks like I'm still recording. That's very strange. And he's still there. With an exclamation mark. What's up, buddy? Ah, so it's the same thing. Alright, so he might not just leave. He might just be there for the time being. Which is totally fine. I kind of like him. I'm just gonna do it the old-fashioned way. I don't want to get frozen again. Alright, what is our next purchase? We don't need the weapons. We have all the weapons we need. We could buy a crossbow or a bow. I think we will need bow at some point for certain how do you call it, for certain things. We might buy, but for now there was a scope, this one, that we could buy. Three times 12, because we have this one, is times 6, and it is good enough, but times 12 is better, should be better. The lens is a bit bigger as well, and it's not quite as great as this one on the distance, but at least it's not night vision. So yes, this for our comfort, this is a necessary purchase. I really hope that it's zeroed properly. I'm gonna buy one and test it out. That's it. Now, if it will be zeroed properly, I will buy one more, assuming we have the funds. Yes, we do. We can afford one more for the other weapon. So we have our guns covered. But let's go to the shooting range. Let's take a visit there and see how does it work, because I haven't tried it so far. It's supposed to be here, right? Yeah. Oh, this is very clean. I like it. Doesn't take much of and the lens is bigger. Not by much, but it is. Let's compare it with the other one. Yeah, this one is thicker, it's smaller, and the zoom is not as great. Like, look at the hunting stand, how big it is on our image. And now let's switch to the other weapon. Now it's quite a bit bigger. And everything is more refined. I think this is gonna be our scope for the foreseeable future, if it's zeroed properly. So let's go test it before we buy a second one. And we have quite a lot of things to buy. We have a bow, crossbow, and then we have shotguns for the small game, and we also need a smaller caliber for raccoons and stuff like that. Like rabbits, I'm sure that at some point we're gonna have quests related to those. So we might need to buy a .22 caliber for those little critters. Okay, so that's 200 meters, right? Or that one is 200 meters. Let's go physically there and let's check. We have this, which is very close to us. So this is a 50 meter mark. This would be 50. Okay, let's put a sign here so we will see the distance. Yes. Next to each one of these. And this one is exactly 100. Supposed to be. Perfect. This one is 150. I'm gonna put one sign over here. I hope they're not gonna overlap. And that one over there is 200 meters. And what about the one at the very end? Oh, I can't place more than what? It's floating. Very curious. Floating. Yeah, I noticed that in someone else's videos that he had this floating points. Okay, we'll leave it there then. And let's see this one at what distance is going to be. 250. So I assume that this is the distance that the game is expecting us to shoot at, the upmost. Another floating one. Oh, come on. There we go. And now we can test it, but let's see how the bullet will highlight. Is it telling us where we hit? How do we determine how accurate we are? We need to see. There we go. Let's try the 200 meters target. That's 251. So this one is 200 meters. Right. 150 and 100. That one is 57 from our angle. If we go over there, it's gonna be less. All right. So let's zero it at 200 and let's mount it up. Oh, nice, it's showing us where. Perfect. I love this. So at 200, that's spot on. Let's see 250, which will be that one. And that means we need to aim, because it's zoomed at 300, we need to go slightly lower, in theory. Like here. Yes. That's spot on. Let's go back to 150. Perfect. Let's reload. Great. Let's go 100. Now let's go 50. Spot on. Alright, so we're gonna pick the 100-meter target, and what I want to try is how it behaves when it's zeroed at a different kind of zeroing, and I'm trying to shoot midpoint. So it's 102 meters, yeah, and we are on 50 meters. On 50 meters, theoretically should go lower than what we aim. For some reason it went higher. Same spot. Interesting. What about 150 meters? Zeroed at 50 meters. Hard to tell. If there is any difference at all. Okay, then we will see at 250 meters when it's zero at 50 meters. Okay, now we see it. It's lower, but let's check multiple shots. And remember to reload. It was actually spot on. Is the zeroing broken here? Does it not matter at what range you have it zeroed? Alright, so you see we missed a bit, but that can be also because of the weapon accuracy, which might explain why we missed so many shots. Because on our equipment, yeah, we were on the higher side. Right, let's reset it. Let's shoot something else. That's spot on. Was a bit on the lower side. Again on the lower side. Alright, now I'm going to go the opposite way. I'm going to zero it at 400 and shoot at 100, and let's see what happens. If it now it should go upwards. Yes, it did. No more bullets? Oh, really? Come on. Can we not request vehicle? Where is the vehicle? Because we don't have any more bullets. Really? Do I have to go back to reload? Oh wait, I can place a tent. That's funny. Open storage. Now we should have bullets, right? Yes. Yes. Funny. Shooting range, but you need to go back to the lodge to take bullets. Or unless I'm missing something, maybe there is. But if there were, I would have been able to access it by proximity as well. Which... let's see. Is there like a safe in here? No, I don't see anything. Alright, doesn't matter. Early access. So, we were zeroed at 400 and we were shooting 100. Let's put it on a stick. And on a stick, but let's try the crouch position. I think it's much more stable. Yes. That was a center shot. Let's do another center shot at 300. Okay, now it's closer. 200. Very close to as if it were at 100. Now let's go 100. Yeah, probably we hit in the same area. Alright. So it looks like the other way it works as expected. If you zero in higher and you shoot at considerably shorter distance, the bullet is gonna go higher, which is normal. But why doesn't seem to be applicable the other way around? When you go at 250 meters and you are zeroed at 50 and you are kind of accurate. Oh, let's reload. That would have been a perfect middle shot, but no bullets. Okay, now that's a bullet drop. One more. Yeah. Dropped again. Kind of accurate. I'm not sure if this I should base it on the zeroing or if I should base it on the weapon accuracy. Let me try at 250 and let's see at 250 if it's dead accurate. At 200. If at 200 is accurate, then it means that that's bullet drop because of zeroing. Otherwise, it means that it's just some weird kind of zeroing the weapon it has. Reloading. Let me reset the marker so can I go prone? Yes, I can. Why didn't I go prone in the first place? Because this one is much more accurate. Is that 250? Yeah, because that's 250, right? Which one is 200? This one is 200. Yeah. And what about this one? It's 150. Okay, I was got confused for a little. Can you use the stick wire prone? No, there is no point. Alright, so that's our target then. Very accurate. Let's reset it. Okay, so that one was higher because we are on 200. For some reason, I don't know. We're supposed to be spot on, right? This time it was. Alright, so 200 seems pretty accurate. Let's see the other one. Not bad. Alright. Very accurate. No more bullets. Alright, so the conclusion is when we had it at 50, the bullets were all over the place. Some of them still hit kind of in the middle, but a lot of them were on the lower side. But now when we are on 200, it's quite accurate. So I guess it works. Yeah. I wonder if I keep it at 100, what the difference will be. Wait, can I put a tent here? Huh? Yes, I can. Alright, let's go prone again. So, back to 50. And now let's try it one more time. So it was lower. Let's reset the target. Let's reload. That was definitely low. That was kind of accurate. That one accurate as well. And that one lower. So what I don't understand is when it's zeroed in properly, you have a great consistency. But when it's not zeroed properly, you don't have that consistency. But sometimes you do. I don't get it how this works. It almost looks like the way the system calculates, it's not by actual geometry, but by chance. Wait 1 second. Wait 1 second. Let's give this one a fair shot. Haha, did we hit something? That would have been funny. Anyway, we'll check it later. It's around that area, right? Why can I not place any marker? Or at least I don't see them. Maybe I can't have more than this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And why do I have one here? Ah, maybe it's hitting the wood or something. Yeah, look how many we placed. Alright, makes sense. Well, kind of, I guess. So it looks to me that the way it's calculating is not by actual calculating the geometry, but is calculating by some chance. Like, for example, it's seeing that there is an animal there, and then you see where you put the cross, and the system sees that you didn't zero in properly, and then it gives you a certain chance for the bullet to go as close to the cross as possible or deviate into the drop zone, because otherwise it doesn't explain why is it dead accurate when it's properly zeroed, and why it is like halfway accurate when it's not zeroed. Because if it were the weapon accuracy, it would behave the same way even when it was properly zeroed. You would still see some deviation, because the weapon accuracy is based on the weapon, not on the scope. So even if you aim there, if the weapon is not accurate, it would hit like all over the place. Alright? So this is not weapon accuracy. This is zeroing, the way it works. It doesn't calculate geometry, it just calculates the chance. So if you're at not zeroed properly, you have more chances to miss the target that you are aiming at. That's what I understand. And if you're zeroed properly, you have much better chances to actually hit the target that you're aiming at. Which is a nice trick, but not how real life bullets work. Like real life geometry. But I understand why they would do it like that in a hunting game. Yeah. Let's give it a few more shots. Look, that one. Look, that one was accurate, the other one was off. This one was somewhat accurate. This one accurate again. Accurate. And no more bullets. But we are on 200. So 200 looks like the chance. Yeah, it works in a very weird way, because even like that, so it's 0 at 50, and at 200 it still shoots properly. It actually makes sense if it works by that, by calculating the chance to miss based on zeroing. Because it would explain why I was so accurate when in the previous game, when I had my weapons zeroed at 100 meters, and it felt like I was accurate most of the time, regardless of what distance. So let's have it at 100, And let's test it at various distances. Let's put it on a stick. And let's get more bullets first. Crouch, stick. It is at 100, right? So, which one is the target for 50? That one? I would guess. Let's see. Very accurate. All 4 bullets, right? 5. Alright, so that one was accurate. Let's check the actual 100, which obviously should be accurate as well, because it is 0 at 100. Yes. 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 Now 150. Alright, was a bit on the lower side, but I'm not sure if it was me or if it was, let's see, accurate. Fairly accurate. Very accurate. 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 Alright, so it is fair to say that 100 works perfectly well for 150. Let's see if it works the same way for 200. So it works very well for 50, for 100 and 150. Let's check on 200. Good. That one was off. But it might have been because of the sway. A bit down. Okay. Alright, so it is, we have some drop in there. It's not much, but it is. The thing is, the drop is so insignificant that all you have to do is just aim on the higher side, yeah, of the animal, and you would probably get it. Look, if you aim right here, let's reset the target. No more bullets. I wish they had infinite ammo on the shooting range, so I wouldn't have to go through this. Okay. Stick. So if you aim on the higher side, you are safe, because if you aim, let's say, on a bear and you actually shoot the higher side, you see where it went on the top of the screen? It went somewhere around there, and that's still a vital point. It's still the lung. Yeah. And if you aim on the higher side at a higher distance, like this, yeah, and you got a drop, you still hit the heart and lung probably. Yeah. So it's like you have the vital zone, and within the vital zone it's always safe to aim on the higher side, which most of the time is gonna give you a kill. But yeah, enough about that. Let's check back the zeroing, because that's what we were checking. At 100 meters, how it behaves when you try to shoot at 200. Okay, so there is drop. Drop again. Drop again. It's funny because the drop is consistent at 200 meters, but it's not consistent at 250. Okay, that's the sway. And now it's missing bullet. Yeah, again consistent. That might be the sway. Alright, so we got a consistent drop at 200. Why we don't have a consistent drop at 250? What's wrong at 250? Or maybe something wrong with this 50 zeroing. Let's check. Okay, that one was... a bit of drop. Yes, there is drop. And consistent drop. So I would say then that the 50 zeroing is bugged. Okay, that's accuracy and drop. Alright, so that one was the sway. Alright. So the drop exists, it's just not something that is very harsh. What if I had it zeroed at 150? Let's see how it behaves. Because I'm very curious at 150 what results do we get at all distances, including 50 meters. I'm trying to find a range that is acceptable for all the distances, all the common distances, and I will just adjust on the fly a bit higher or a bit lower based on how close or far I think the animal is. I think 150 might work exactly the way I want it to work. So let's get the stick. That's 50 meters over there. Let's see. Very accurate. Again, very accurate. Extremely accurate. Let's see 100. Spot on. Spot on. 150 definitely should be the perfect tuning, as expected. Yes. Perfect. And now the question is, so the lower distance is perfect at 150, just shoot and you're gonna get it. The question is over 150. Let's see at 200. We got a bit of drop. More accurate. It's also the sway. It's like if you shoot while you are swaying, it seems to have more margin of error. It's like if you shoot very close to after you shot one last time, you need to wait for your character to relax, I think. Let's double check that. Yes, accurate. And run out of bullets. But I want to reset it. Very good. Very good. Reload. We will probably never shoot at 250. I mean, never say never, but yeah. So at 200 it's fairly accurate. There is a bit of error, but that can be because you see it's also sideways, it's not just up and down. There is a bit of drop because you see the grouping is on the lower side, and there is a bit of error, I mean the accuracy. Okay, since we can see that target clearly, let's see in the prone mode if we can actually get better results. But so far I would say the scope is quite alright. Alright, we need to reset it. There were too many bullets in there. Good. Where did that go? Did it shoot exactly the same? Alright. That was accurate. Yes. That was the sway. Alright. Now I will try the other one with 250. Let's see what results we get. That's looks more like drop and weapon accuracy. That was a sway. Alright, so I saw what I needed to see. Conclusion is that if the animal is a bit farther away, the logical sense is to just just aim a bit on the top side of the vitals. I don't think it would be necessary to actually range find every single time. Just judge it. But I don't know, we will have to test this theory out. One thing is for sure, the scope seems very accurate. At least if you don't play with the 50 zeroing. That one seems to be a bit off for some reason. Other than that, seems okay. So we can just buy another one to put it on the other weapon. I wonder though if there is a weapon that is able to take out tier 8 and it has greater accuracy than this one. Because this one is like a cannon, it's super powerful, but the accuracy is a bit on the lower side. Not to his house. Actually, that's our house. Let's see. So we have weapons. And the one that we own, which is this one, it's 7 to 9, and you see the accuracy is number 4, whatever this 4 is. No, this is the magazine capacity. It's on superior, you see, compared to the other one. Oh, that one is superior as well. I see. This one is peak and is 6 to 8. I see now. So this is the most accurate, 338. And this one we can shoot everything with it. Elk, mule deer. Mule deer, I think it might be level 5. But for that we have this one. For smaller animal, for sheep and deer. So this is the one that is very accurate. This one, it's alright. It's not bad, but I would imagine this one would be very accurate. And this one is what? Look at this accuracy. No, definitely not. That one, no. I guess it's because it has oh, this one is for 1 and 2. 0.22. We have a better accuracy one for 0.22. Enhanced and enhanced. This one is cheaper. This one is more expensive. Then we have the shotguns, which they're all the same accuracy. What about crossbow? Is superior accuracy, and the bow is standard. It's like the worst of the litter. We definitely learned something today. Alright, so attachments. We will need to buy another pair of scope. One more of this. So have 2. And at some point we will have to buy this one. There is no point to buy this one. We will move to this one when we reach level 16. And while we are going there, we will buy the various colors. Field gear, lures, I'm not sure how this works. We will try them out eventually. But yes, we will buy all the colors. And then we will buy binocular when we can. We have one night vision scope. We will definitely need to buy this one. This one is for what? It's for a bow. And which one can we use for the crossbow? Is crossbow, can we put scope on it? Because normally you could put scope on a crossbow. I wonder if you could, if you can. So this is both sides. This is shotgun probably, or you can put it on any weapon. And this one, I'm not sure where you can put this one. Maybe this is for the crossbow, unless you can put a scope on the crossbow. We will find out at some point, but for now we have what we need. Let's equip the Thunder Strike on this. So we have the Thunder Strike on both. Yes, perfect. We have the color, this and this. Yes, we are ready for everything now. I suppose that now we can go for the other NPCs on the map, since we finished with this guy. We have nothing else to do here aside from free hunt. So let's zero the other weapon as well on 150. And that's it. We are as good as we ever gonna get. But for now I'm gonna stop the recording here, guys. So thank you for watching, and in the next episode we're gonna head to one of the NPCs. Not sure which one should I go for. There is Juniper, Regina Harper and Patrick Harper. We could go for Regina. Take them in order, since it might be moose territory there, so it's something that I'm looking forward to hunt next. So yes, that's our next destination. Until then, take care and thank you for watching.